Welcome to New Knives, everybody. Today is a special day because it is the middle of July here at Blade HQ, and we have a ton of new knives. A lot of stuff from Blade Show is starting to land, and we're going to jump right in. But before we do, you should know that right now a Spyderco map sale is cooking. So if you want to see a lot of your favorite Spyderco knives on big sale, I would stick around. And we're going to start this party with a Spyderco, and this is the Endela and the Endura. And these are in the limited runs that were announced at Blade Show. I was talking to Eric Glesser about these. These have this beautiful Burgundy FRN handle, as well as micromelt PD #1 blades. So micromelt is the same process that is used to make Maximit over at Carpenter. And this is a functional equivalent to crew wear. So you're gonna get incredible toughness. You're gonna get really good edge retention as well. It is a carbon steel, but we have a nice coating on this, so it's not gonna rust on you. And when they ship, they actually come pretty heavily greased on any exposed metal to prevent rust in shipment, because these are made overseas. So if they spend a lot of time on a boat, things might happen. But these will come fairly greasy. You'll have to clean it off. That's what we did with these. But very nice indeed. We have the Endela, which goes for $130.50, and the Endura goes for $136.50. These are really exciting. We're gonna see a lot more knives in this series. I'm really excited for the Dragonfly because I really just like the Dragonfly platform. And I also love this maroon color. Is that not so good looking? Burgundy, I should say. Yes, very exciting from Spyderco. Keep your eyes peeled. We have a lot more Spyderco coming down the pipeline very soon. Next up, we have a brand I've admired for a long time, and we finally have at Blade HQ, Wenger Blades. So Dave Wenger he started making swords when he was a kid. And after a while, he learned more about heat treatment, and he learned more about designs and everything. And now he's a journeyman bladesmith who has a lot of respect in the community because he just makes such good knives. And what's so good about them is look how thin this is. Almost paper thin G10 scales, but the design of the handle just locks you in. No hot spots, nothing. So you get minimal weight, minimal size, but maximum comfort. This one's got the Scandi grind. This is the companion. Comes with snappy Kydex sheath. This one goes for $300, made in the USA, very premium. And I would almost say borderline custom because Dave's in the shop making these, and he does very small batches. I imagine he has some help, but every single one of these gets his stamp of approval. We also have his aphid tracker. This one's go for $250. This thing is tiny, but just right for my hand. You get 3 fingers there, and then the other one kind of wraps around this hook here, and then you get the tracker. Now, Tom Brown designed the tracker, and his original trackers were big and choppy, but I really like what Dave Wenger's take on the tracker has been, where he has a big choppy one, don't you worry, but the little one, like this aphid, has a Scandi grind up here that like minces almost chef's knife like, and then a very nice hook for making those curls, and then a very a very thin edge up here that just carves super well. I really enjoy these. One of my favorite people to follow around on the internet is Bushcraft Kelso. And he did a month-long review of the Boker Micro Tracker, which is just the size up of this, but a production model that's actually quite affordable. And I was just impressed at how well this design works. And that one's the production one, but these ones, these aphid trackers, these are made in the USA. They have a lot more attention to detail, and that earns them a higher price tag, but it also earns them some incredible performance when it comes to cutting. Very excited to see Wenger Blades at Blade HQ. You can check out the entire brand lineup over there. Next up, from Williams Blade Design, made by Lion Steel, we have the OZK 003. This goes for $290, a Magna Cut blade, and this micarta handle that I really like because it nests the tang in there. It might as well be a full tang because you can see in here, you can see this lanyard hole. I don't know if we can catch that on camera here, but hiding in there, you can still see the tang of the blade. So it's going all the way through. It's gonna be really strong, but you're gonna get the full comfort of micarta all the way around your grip, which will especially be nice in a self-defense situation, which is what these Williams Blade Design knives were made for, because James Williams is an edged combat expert. Very nice Kydex sheath on this one, and just a really well executed package. Love the pull the dot strap on this. Put it around your belt or whatever. And then it has a nice thing, and you have to pull on the dot side because if I just do this, it's never coming undone. So a very secure strap as well. Next up, we have a couple of Blade HQ exclusives, starting with the hotly anticipated, finally arriving Desert Warrior CRKT Minimalist. Now, this one's special in a few ways. First of all, these sprinkles are almost a texture. So I want to say it's an injection molded plastic that has these sprinkle overlays that give it a little bit of extra grip. It's sprinkles with a little bit of purpose to them. It's not just aesthetic. We also have a very bright yellow lanyard, and the Minimalist Alan Foltz designed is famous for its lanyard because that functions as your pinky grip. Gives you a little bit of extra security on the knife. Then I believe a D2 blade, blue finished, purple sheath with a blue cord on it, but it also comes with a belt loop, so if you want to carry it that way, more power to you. Love to see this one. I especially like to see Desert Warriors coming in at a lower price point. These ones are going for $38.95. Next up, we have an exclusive vault case. So Vault Case Company is started by the same guys who made BRS, and this case is really small. But when you open it, it has a very modular system. So it's got all these straps, it's got Velcro, it's got a page, for lack of a better term, and then this thing Velcros in and out. So there's different ways to lay this out. You can have it carry knives, you can have it carry your knife maintenance equipment, you can have it carry all kinds of things, and it all zips up nicely, throw a patch on the front, and it's semi-rigid, so it'll protect whatever's inside really nicely. I love the vault case, and I love that we now have it in the Desert Warrior variant. This one goes for $39.99 at BladeHQ.com. Next up from CRKT, we have the Ritual. And this Ritual is a little bit special. So the original Ritual, I forget what blade steel it has. It might have been 8CR13 MOV. And then it had this ivory micarta handle and a blue bolster. But now we kind of have a blackout version with a 14C28 version, 14C28N blade. And this one's still assisted, still got that huge, like 4.5-inch blade that is just truly something to behold. I like to hold it this way and open packages like this. I think that's just super fun. I love a good trailing point, especially one as visceral as this one. What a cool knife. And what I think is crazy is this knife was designed by the same guy who designed this knife. Is that not so crazy? Like, what range Alan Foltz has. Something so tiny and so comfortable in the hand, and something so big, equally comfortable in the hand, but so different. Very well done, Alan Foltz, and well done, CRKT. Last brand on the table is Petrified Fish. We've seen the Victor before, but this Victor is special. It's a little upgraded. Goes for about $90. This one has a 154 cm blade and this aluminum handle that they have what they're calling a nano ceramic coating. I did some digging on that. I haven't seen a lot of it. The world of coatings is a lot bigger than the world of knives. But my understanding is this is a ceramic that's baked on similar to Cerakote. I'm sure there's some aluminum worker in the comments who will be happy to correct me on any misconceptions I may have. But this Victor is aluminum, and it has a nice coating that gives it a nice matte, dare I say, textured finish, but still looks really clean. Still got that backspacer we know and love, and this milled pocket for flicking. Let's see if I can get a flick in. Oh yeah, there it goes. I love the Victor. This is my favorite of the Petrified Fish lineup. Very nice. And then lastly, we have the Tena, T-E-N-A. I looked up that word, and I will tell you, I have no idea what it means. But I see this, and it's a lot of fun. We kind of got an EKG, electrocardiogram, milled into the G10 here. And what I think is very interesting is the grip here. So you can either choke up back here, and it gives you a lot of range and almost a guard. But if you choke up, it's still just as comfortable. Now it feels a little more wittily carvy. So a lot of range on this knife in terms of use. And as all Petrified Fish, a very smooth action considering its price. This thing goes for $35.09. D2 blade and that kind of action. Budget knives have never been better than in the year 2024. Anyway, thank you all for joining us. That is all the new knives we have today. However, there are tons more new knives to check out over at BladeHQ.com in the new arrivals section. Thank you all for joining us, and we'll see you next time.